Hello and welcome to the workshop. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Today is Thursday and I'm running a bit behind for my project for this week. Me and Nicole have been busy next door upgrading our makerspace. If you guys want to see what we did, make sure you check out our latest vlog. I think it'll be out in a couple of days. I've also got Luna with me for this intro. Hey Luna, you want to say hi? No. Now, since it is Thursday and I don't have much time, I've been looking around to see what I can do, and I have found a box of pine cones. Now, I don't think I've ever done a project with pine cones, so this is going to be a first for me. So let's get to it. Okay, I've just popped Luna back inside. Let's take a look at our pine cones, shall we? There's a good range of sizes in here. We've got some big ones, some medium ones. That one isn't even open yet. That one looks pretty cool. Look at that one. And we have a bunch of these tiny ones. Now, are these still pine cones? I'm not too sure. Anyway, there's a good range of sizes there. Now, my plan is to take this container. This is a 1.5 litre container. And basically, jam it full of pine cones and add some coloured resin. Now, once I do have my blank, I have no idea what I'm going to make. I could make a vase, a pot. Who knows? I'll wait until I get it on the lathe and see where it takes me. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to cast inside of there. Now, I do have some colours picked out. Now, because our pine cones are quite dark, we're going to want a lighter contrast colour. So we have green. I call this one Kermit green. We have our saffron. You guys know we love using saffron. And I picked out a pale lavender. Now, I don't normally use this one, but I figured, hey, let's give it a go. See how it looks. So that's the plan. The first thing I'm going to do is fill this with pine cones, then we're going to get our coloured resin in there and then get it in the pot. Now, like I said before, I haven't used pine cones before, but I do think they float. I kind of remember being at the ocean and seeing them bob around in the water, so that could be a little problem for us. But I think what I might do is just start whacking them in, I think. Hopefully they kind of wedge in there. Want to use this cool mid-size one. That'll probably help keep it in place. Now, before I go too much further with these bigger ones, let's get a bunch of these tiny ones and drop them all around. Now, you know what? I'm probably going to create a lot of air gaps in here, so this may have to go in the vacuum chamber before it goes into the pressure pot. Few more little ones. What else we got? Another medium size. How's that? Maybe I should go a bit bigger. Wedge this big boy in here. Look at that. That might have to do. Nah, I don't like that. About this one. Oh yeah, that's not bad. Okay, we don't have much room left in here, as you can see. So, actually, I'm going to throw a few more of these tiny ones in. We got them, right? We may as well use them. There we go. Why not? Now for the bigger one, some more tiny ones. You know what? That's looking pretty good. Now, what I might do is actually get a block of timber on the top here and we'll just tape it down. That way, if these guys do decide they want to try and escape, they can't. Remember to put my gloves on today. As you know, I normally forget. Now, the resin I'm using for this one is Cast Slow Set. Mixed it 3:1. Now, I'm not sure how much we're going to need. I'm hoping 2 cups will be enough. May need 3, but we'll see how we go. We'll be optimistic. Now for some part B. So we did 300 of A, now 100 of B, up to 400. Perfect. Let's give it a mix. Now if ever you're unsure as to how long to mix your resin, take a look at that. That's what it looks like unmixed. Mixed, so you want to get it so it's nice and clear and you have no little streaks of B in there. And also make sure you scrape your sides and your bottom, because that's where you're going to have any unmixed resin, which will cause you problems down the track. Okay, this one's looking pretty good. One last stir. Yep, pretty happy with that. Now for the next one. So like I said before, Nicole and I just been filming the vlog for our second channel. It took us 3 days to redo the space next door. But it's looking pretty good. I'm happy with it. We're actually trying to do a bit of a Halloween vlog with some skulls and frogs and things like that. I kind of forgot Halloween was coming up. It's not too big in Australia, but it is kind of a thing. Okay, this one's looking pretty good. Now because we have 3 colours, I needed an extra cup. So yep, that one's looking okay. Let's pour a little bit into here. Now, I want predominantly orange, I feel. So we're going to go orange in there, then probably green next, and a little bit of purple in the middle. So let me get some more paddle pop sticks. Make sure before you use your pigment paste, you give them a good stir. Make sure they're well mixed. Okay, in goes the purple. Now for some green. This is like a fluoro green. It's really bright. We like to use this green in the frog toes. Might use a fair bit of it actually. Good bit of green in there. And lastly, we have our saffron, which I affectionately name Zach Saffron. So we want a good bit of that in there as well. I want these to be fairly heavily pigmented. I think this will be a nice contrast. We have our pastel purple here and a metallic style orange, so I think they're going to look well together. How cool is this green? Wow, it looks so nice. Now, like I said before, hopefully we have enough. Now, I'm probably not going to try and mix these in too much, because I think by the time we put it in the vac chamber and the pressure pot, that's going to do a lot of mixing for us. So I'm just going to keep it pretty simple. One color one side, one on the other. You know how it is. I'm going to bring you guys in a bit closer so you can see what's going on. I think we'll start with the green and the orange. Look at that green glowing on camera. It looks amazing. All right, here we go. Let's get them in here. Okay, well straight away, I don't think 2 cups are going to be enough. So we may have to get another one going. Let's get the lavender in here. Yep, we need more. That's okay. I'm going to start mixing. So I've decided with these extra 2 cups, I'm going to go banana shake, and sour grape. So a couple more pastels, because I was just having a look at the blank here, and look at the way the pastel has dribbled into the transparent saffron and green. Looks pretty cool. So I figured, why not do some more opaque colours over the top. Hopefully it works. Who knows? It's half the fun, isn't it? Just taking some colours you like and throwing them together. See what happens. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Let's get our sour grape in. Ooh, this is bright. This is nice. Look at that. Look how bright that is. Okay, bit of sour grape. Now for banana shake. This episode's kind of making me a bit hungry. Grapes and bananas. I actually just finished filming the vlog before, and someone was cooking a steak. Can you believe it? Like 8 o'clock. Well, that probably doesn't sound funny to you, but it was 8 o'clock in the morning and I could smell steak. You guys are probably thinking, why is that funny? But yeah, 8 o'clock in the morning, it was funny. I got a little bug in here. A little bugger. Yeah, 8 o'clock in the morning and we could smell steak cooking. Wow, it made me hungry. Someone was having a great breakfast. Wow, look at these two colours together. Don't they look cool? Okay, let's bring our blank back. Get these two colours going. Okay, so just as we thought, the pine cone is popping its head up. You guys can't see that, but he's popping his head up the top here. So I've got my piece of wood. We're going to stick that on, tape it down. That's looking pretty good. Okay, let's see how far we got to go. That's looking pretty good. Kind of looks like a milkshake. I like it. Right, one around the side, just to make sure it doesn't come unstuck. Okay, let's go get this in the vacuum chamber. Okay, it's in the chamber. Let's get the lid on here. Now, when you put your lid on, make sure you have the right overhang all the way around, because you don't want the glass to sit funny, because once you vacuum it, it could catch the edge and break on you. So let's turn our power point on. Let's turn the pump on down here. Close the valve, start creating a vacuum. There we go. Now we should see all the air start to come out. You see it all down there. Now we're going to let that run for a little bit, probably not too long, because I don't want the colours to mix a lot. So hopefully we can get the bulk of the air out, and then we can just let the pressure pot do the rest of its job, which is squishing any remaining bubbles so tiny that we can't see them. Okay, that's not looking too bad. I think we'll let our vacuum out. Yeah, not bad at all. Okay, let's get this into the pressure pot. Wow, it's heavy. I probably should do this with two hands. There we go. We got there. Looking pretty good. I can't wait to see how these colours look once it comes out. Hopefully we don't have a brown mess. I don't think we will. I think we chose the right colours this time. So now that we have that blank in the pot under pressure, we're going to leave it to cure overnight, and then tomorrow we can take it out and get it onto a waste block. Check out these colors. The green, the banana, the sour grape. I think my saffron is hiding down the bottom here. Man, I can't wait to get this on the lathe and start turning it up. Exposing all these pine cones, it's gonna look so good. Now hopefully this comes out nice and easy. I'd say it should. There we go. Look at these colors. So good. All right, let's get a waste block on here. So I was about to put a waste block on it until I saw this big crack running up the side. Can you guys see that? Now that crack is caused by excessive heat. Now as you guys just saw, I poured 4 cups of art cast, which was 1.2 litres, which gave me about a 200mm deep pour. Now the recommendations on art cast is to use only 20mm deep pours. So as you can see, I exceeded that, which I often do, and most of the time I do get away with it. But unfortunately, when you add things inside like these pine cones, you can get a bit of a fracture, and that's what's happened in this case. But not to worry, it is an easy fix. All I need to do is pop it back into my original container, then pour some clear resin in there, pop it into the vacuum chamber, and what I'll do is I'll draw a vacuum, right, and that'll pull all the air out of that crack, and then when I release the vacuum, all that clear resin will go back in. Then we just let it set, and then we can put it on a waste block and turn it on the lathe. So I just decided in a last minute decision to do some blue resin instead of clear, because I thought, why not highlight these cracks or fractures, you know, with some nice blue like lightning bolts, maybe? I don't know, it might work out. So I'm just going to pour some inside the container. Probably don't need too much. Now I'm going to drop this one back in carefully. Hopefully it doesn't all come out the top. So you can see it there, it's going to start to come up the sides. Now I'm going to get this inside the vacuum chamber and get all this blue into the cracks. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Hopefully our cracks are filled. I can get it in the pressure pot now. Oh yeah, look at that. See that crack? It's now full of blue. That's exactly what we wanted. Wow, I love that blue. That's looking a bit better. Looks like the cracks are filled. All right, let's get it out and onto a waste block. This blank is heavy. I'll be definitely using the tailstock for this one. Now I know I've only been turning for a couple of minutes, but I want a sneak peek. Oh wow, this is gonna look great. I'm already starting to expose all the little pine cones. There's the medium sized one. The colors are looking good. All right, let's keep going. This blank seems to be producing a lot of dust. Did you guys see that all floating up around my face? Luckily I have my respirator on. I wonder if it's got something to do with the pine cones. Now, as you can probably hear and see, my carbide tip is starting to get pretty blunt. I like to use these right up until the last minute to where they're no good anymore. So I think what I need to do now is undo this Allen key on the side here and replace this tip. It's pretty simple. All you got to do is you line up that groove on the side there, because that is where the Allen key gets tightened and locks it in place. Good as new. Let's keep going. That is much better. So at the start of this episode I mentioned to you guys that I had no vision for this blank. I was just going to put it on the lathe and see where it went. Well, this is where it took me. Can you guys guess what I'm making? If not, I'm about to give you a big hint, because I'm about to put a big hole in the top here. Now, one other thing before we do that, what do you think of the shape? Now, while I was pouring the resin, I felt like it looked a bit like a milkshake. And I guess that's mainly because we use banana shake. And because of that, I thought, why not make it look like a bit of a milk jug? So what do you think? Do you think I nailed it? Let's get this hole done. Now I'm going to start off with this smaller 35mm Forstner bit, and then we'll go to this larger one, which is, it's all worn off. I think it's about 55mm. I think that drill bit's toast. Look at all the smoke coming out of there. Well, that was tough, but we got there in the end. Got ourselves a nice big hole. Now I'm just going to clean this top up, clean a bit of the bottom up, and then we can start sanding. So I just finished sanding 600 and 800 grits, and now I'm going to give it a buff and shine it up. So now that I have it parted off the waste block, I need to flatten this bottom and then seal the inside so it can hold some water. It's now time to put a seal on the inside, and for that, I'm just going to use some UV resin. Well, it is now Friday afternoon. It's about 10 to 6 and it looks like I'm going to make my Saturday upload because all I have to do is edit this video and I'm all done. Now, before we take a look at this beautiful vase, I want to ask a massive favor, and that is, if you guys enjoyed this video, could you please help me out by hitting the like button, sharing this video, or leaving me a comment? And as I've been doing previously, I'm going to randomly pick a comment and send you one of my Rubik's balls. I think this is the third one now. I think you guys are really enjoying this. Now, all you have to do to enter is hit the like button and leave me a comment, and next week we'll randomly pick one out and I'll send you a ball. But please, only do it if you feel this video deserves it. Now, one other quick thing, I'm not sure if this vase will be in my Etsy store this week, because when I showed Nicole, she really enjoyed it. So if you head over to the store and it's not there, it's either sold or it's sitting in my house. Now let's take a look.